Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the LUCA Project. Wow, yep. Yeah, so today's episode is going to be a very special one because, give me a drum roll. It's called Ariana Grande. It's all about my idol. Woohoo, yeah! Let's give it up for Ariana. Woohoo, yes! She's the queen. Woohoo, yeah! So that's what this episode is going to be all about. Yeah, I mean, oof, where do I even start with her? Let's go all the way back to the beginning of when I first fell in love with Ariana. So Ariana, she was on a little show, that we all know, Victorious, on Nickelodeon, which was a great show, Yeah, she played Cat Valentine, who had, red hair, and she had this, bubbly personality. Yeah, like she would always be like happy all the time. Yeah, that was, the first moment of when I first fell in love with Ariana. Yeah, but then, after, Victorious ended, there was a spin-off show, Sam and Cat, which was kind of like based off of, iCarly and Victorious as well. So yeah, bringing, Sam from iCarly and Cat from Victorious. So Nickelodeon, they brought those two characters together for their own show. So I remember being, obsessed with, Sam and Cat, my like 13-year-old self was like really obsessed with that show, I even have like the DVD for Sam and Cat. Yeah, that's how how much I love that show. Yeah, and also I have a piece of Sam and Cat. Yeah, I have the purple giraffe that Cat had in the show Sam and Cat. Yeah, and she also had it in Victorious for a few episodes. So yeah. And also, during that time, Ariana, she was also working on a music career. Yeah, and the first song that she came out with, it was "Put Your Hearts Up." Like, oh my goodness, yeah, what a banger that was, Yeah, Ariana, she did say one time that some fans say that Ariana, hates that song, but she doesn't, Yeah, it's a great song, but like, I wouldn't really necessarily say that that song defined who she was, Yeah, but then, in 20, that song came out, 2011, but then 2 years later, 2013 comes, and Ariana comes out with The Way, featuring Mac Miller, who was also the boyfriend of Ariana at that time. Yeah, listening to The Way for the first time, that was just like my way of just like, I love this woman's singing voice, and I'm gonna keep continuing to follow her music. And I did. And I'm super happy that I followed her music career up until this point. And yeah, I'm the biggest, Arianator, in my family, Yeah, I'm definitely an Arianator. Like, I know some things about Ariana, but like not everything, Yeah, like I know like her like backup dancers. She had like the twins. I think one of them was named like um, I think it was like Nicholas or something. Yeah, yeah, and I think the other one was like Scotty or something like that. Like, yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, I totally remember the twins for sure. Yeah, her backup dancers. Yeah, yeah, and so and also Sam and Cat ran from 2013 to 2014, and and then that was basically when Ariana's career was music career was basically taking off after that. Yeah, and 2013, yeah, she came out with her debut album, Yours Truly, which at the time, my 13-year-old self really loved that album for sure. But then a year later, in 2014, she came out with My Everything, and literally this and she came out with like Problem and Break Free, yeah, One Last Time, those good songs. So and when Break Free came out, I was literally obsessed with that song, like and yeah, my parents at the time, like, they would not be hesitant to say that I really loved that song, and they could like hear me like blasting that song like from downstairs, and I'm just like lip syncing to like not lip syncing, like singing along to the song, and they could literally hear it like all the way from upstairs. And yeah, that's a great memory of like me and listening to Ariana's music, like that was like the start of like me, just like fangirling over her, and just like being, obsessed with her, Yeah, so yeah. Wow, yep. Yeah, and also, yeah, in 2014, yeah, that was also when her grandpa, passed away, yeah, which was, pretty tragic, yeah, and and I'll never forget when I saw Ariana like first in concert. Yep, for sure. Yep, yeah. My first concert ever was, seeing Ariana on the honeymoon tour in 2015 in Detroit with my mom. Yeah, and I'll never forget the moment when Ariana paid homage to her grandpa. Yeah, there was like a message, like, and I think her grandpa was talking. Yeah, like, and then when then she followed up with the My Everything song, like, oh my goodness, like, wow, like what a moment that was for sure. Yeah, and like I remember the background. It was like wintry themed. It was like 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 these like pine trees in the background. Like, wow, like, yeah, that's something that's gonna stick with me forever. And yeah, I'll never forget that moment for sure. Yeah, and also, yeah, I also saw Ariana twice on the honeymoon tour. So yeah, the second time that I saw her was in Connecticut when I was visiting my grandma, and yeah, my grandma and my aunt um, came to the concert. But my grandma, she played the casino while me and my aunt saw Ariana. Yeah, and also yeah, my aunt, she also got me these like light up like cat ears, like I still have them, and yeah, and I think I think they still work, like yeah, so yeah, yeah, that's also another memory that I'll never forget. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. And like I remember after seeing the concert, I remember like I like made a little like video of me with like my light up cat ears. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, like I feel like the cat ears, like when she had them, like I feel like she was like that was like a symbolism for her character, Cat Valentine, and that she was like not here at the moment, but she's still a part of Ariana. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. So yeah, so yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, and then yeah, after the My Everything, yeah, she released her Dangerous Woman album, and she had those like bunny ears on her like cover artwork, and like those like bunny ears, like it's supposed to like represent like the Playboy like magazine, like yeah. Oh yeah, and also yeah, at that time, yeah, I think I saw something like that, like the cover artwork with like the bunny ears and like mask. Yeah, some people thought that Ariana was, Deadpool's wife, Yeah, 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 because of the Deadpool movie that came out during that year, So yeah. Yeah, excuse me. So yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll never forget. Yeah, like seeing Ariana with the Dangerous Woman tour. Like there was like all this like black and white aesthetic that like that went with it. Like that was just really fun. Yeah, yeah. I saw her in Indianapolis. That was a fun show. Yeah, and also yeah, Victoria Monet and BIA, they opened up for her. Oh yeah, and also yeah, with BIA, yeah, there was a song that I liked from her. It was called Gucci Coming Home. And yeah, me and my mom, yeah, we liked that song. Yeah, and yeah, we like yeah, like yeah, my mom, she thought that like the Gucci Coming Home, like yeah, she thought that yeah, like she yeah, like in her mind, she was like, that reference, my brother, coming back home from college. So yeah, yeah, during that time, but like, Gucci coming home, like, yeah, yeah, I think it was like Gucci Mane, like, I think he was like being like released from like prison or something. Like, I don't remember all the details of that song, but yeah, 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 I think I'm like pretty close to it. So yeah, Yeah, and then also, during the Dangerous Woman tour, yeah, that was when, the Manchester bombing happened. So yeah, I have an episode on that. So yeah, go check that out if you want me to explain it further in that episode. So yeah, and but then in 2018, so yeah, this was when Sweetener came out, and honestly, this album Sweetener, I'm just gonna go on record and say that Sweetener is one of my favorite Ariana albums. To this day. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, because that album, it's just really well put together. It was produced by Pharrell Williams, who is a genius, and yeah, yeah, there were a lot of like incredible songs from that album. Yeah, wow, yeah, yeah, for sure, yeah. I remember when No Tears Left to Cry came out. That was a really good song because it was kind of like her way of like getting out of that traumatic experience from what happened at the Manchester bombing concert, and then like turning it into a positive thing, like sweetening the situation. Hence why Ariana named her album Sweetener. So yeah. Whew. Yeah, that's right. Like, yeah, I just have to like take some like breathers a bit because yeah, yeah, all these like memories of Ariana, they're just like coming back to me, and I'm just having one of those, like fangirl moments, like, oh my goodness, like, yeah, I'm just such a big fan of hers, like she is the best. So yeah. Yeah, yeah, and then also in 2019, she released her Thank You Next album. So yeah, with the song Thank You Next, yeah, she mentioned her, past lovers. Yeah, like I know that she dated Big Sean, her backup dancer Ricky, and Mac Miller for sure. So yeah, so like yeah, when I first heard Thank You Next and like her, like mentioning her past lovers, like I was like, oh wow, this is like really cool that she's paying homage to them. Yeah, especially Mac, who unfortunately passed away in 2018. Yeah, I really like that line that she did for Mac. I wish I could say thank you to Malcolm, 'cause he was an angel. Yeah, that was just like genius for sure. So yeah, Ariana, yeah, like you slayed. Yeah, yeah, and then also yeah, she did the Sweetener World Tour. Yeah, for her Sweetener and Thank You Next album. And yeah, honestly, she slayed on that tour. Yeah, like I remember seeing like this like big ball like in the middle, like it was just really cool, and like she had all these like different like special effects. Yeah, like yeah, and then also when she performed Thank You Next on the tour, like yeah, like it showed like the baby Ariana, like wow, like that was just really cool. yeah, like you know the one when she says, like, what I was going to say is the show something like the show's over, bye. Yeah, but then she like comes back and sings "Think You're Next." Like, yeah. Wow, yeah, yeah, and then also, and then in 2020, the pandemic happened, and Ariana released her Positions album, which is a great album. It's filled with a lot of good songs, you know, like Positions, 34 plus 35, and POV, you know. Yeah, so like, yeah, like I've been hearing about these like music video leaks for POV, but like, yeah, I'm not really sure about, you know, like what's going on with that music video, you know. Yeah, but you know the 34 plus 35 song, like, yeah, wow, like, yeah, you know, can't get any more sexy than that, you know. Yeah. There's a lot of innuendos throughout that song, you know, like, yeah, like, you know what you know what it's about, because yeah, 34 plus 35 equals 69, which is a sexual position. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I just wanted to like put that out there, you know. So yeah, so yeah, yeah, and also yeah, Ariana, she got married back in 2021 to Dalton Gomez, who is a realtor. Yeah, and also yeah, I've recently been hearing that her and Dalton, like, they're thinking about filing for divorce. Like, I'm like, Ariana, I don't know, like it's like I don't know, like, yeah, that's just, you know, celebrity relationships. Yeah, and also yeah, Ariana, she's working on the Wicked Part 1 movie, which is coming out in 2024, and I am definitely here for that movie. Cannot wait to see it next year. Yep. Yeah, yeah, and there's also going to be a part 2, which that'll come out in 2025. So yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely watching the Wicked movie, like both parts for sure. So yeah. Oof. Mhm. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so yeah. There was also that one controversial moment that Ariana and Ricky had, yeah, when they were at that donut shop, and like, yeah, they like lick donuts, and they spit on them. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. 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 And then, you know, when, you know, the worker like brought out, you know, a tray of donuts. Yeah, yeah, that was when, you know, Ariana like said, you know, what the F, you know, like, and then she started like hating on America, you know, like, yeah, but you know, but the thing is, like, that was like taken out of context, like, meaning that, you know, she was, you know, ashamed that us Americans, that we eat, you know, food like that, you know, like, that was like her point that she was trying to get across, but her message wasn't, her message, you know, like, backfired on her, you know. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and yeah, I remember, you know, when she made an apology video, like, and she was, you know, having her wisdom teeth removed. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I'm trying to think of if there's any more good memories of Ariana. So. Yeah. Also, yeah, I remember seeing Ariana at the B96 Summer Bash in 2016. Yeah, that was also for when she turned 23 during that time. So yeah, that was a good time seeing Ariana then. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's all the memories that I have. So yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. You guys can definitely tell that I'm such a big Ariana fan. Because she's the best, and yeah, I will always love her. Until the end of time. So yeah. Okay, well, yeah. Thanks for listening. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good jazz. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know the deal at this point. And I will see you all in the next one. And that's it. Bye, everyone. Have a blessed day.